bummed out on publicity.
What do you mean, all got the Arcadian?
We haven't even got the Arcadian.
Well, you haven't even got Barry.
Not a sign of him. I can't even get him to answer his phone.
Jesus, I mean, what's the point of holding a big event for a good cause like Amnesty if no one sees you doing it? Total bloody disaster.
Don't blame me for the weather.
Yeah, no, I'm not blaming you.
We were all here on time.
Yeah, well, I had nothing to do all day. I'd be on time too, Biddy. All right. Sorry, Irene, we're going to cancel. Look, I'm sorry, everyone. What can I say? The weather's beaten us. Look, I know it's only rain. It's nothing compared to what so many prisons of conscience around the world have to suffer. But, look, on the other hand, there are kiddies here tonight. I think we should take them home and say good night. But, look, we will be holding this event at another stage, so keep your eyes peeled for details. So thanks for coming, everyone.
Karen, can I give you a lift?
No, Karen's coming with me.
Oh, no parting, please. I've already said I'm going with Salwa.
You'll be right with all this, won't you?
Yes,
Let's go.
Hey, Harry, if you want to do something useful, you can give us a hand moving all this.
I can't believe you're a bit of rain. Amnesty. Prisoners of conscience. Union
Looks like I
leaders.
just caught you.
People in jail.
No, we're just going, mate.
Well, I just had a meeting with Morgan Bartok.
Well, I thought we weren't going to do that. I thought we had nothing to say to him.
Morgan wants a meeting with you.
No, mate, got nothing to say to him.
Pretty upset.
Yeah, but what can he do? Mate, I have spoken to Andrew Abbins. Morgan's only making a presentation at council, not an application. He can't go to the Land and Environment Court. What can he do?
He could sue you personally for a lot of money.
Yeah, Andrew did mention that possibility.
Yeah, he's also got all the receipts from that holiday you took at his resort in Queensland. And he's talking about sending the whole lot to the ICAC.
No, George, there was nothing wrong with that holiday. It was completely above board. George, I made it clear to him at every step of the way it was all at his own risk.
Yeah, well, that's not how he sees it.
No, well, I got diary records of those meetings, you know.
That would be bloody good if you're going to use them in court to stop him sewing the arse off you.
Well, when does he want to meet?
For breakfast tomorrow morning. Just here.
Has Cole said anything to you about the legal advice he's had from Andrew Arbet?
See what Salwa just did.
He's warning us it's very likely that Morgan Bartok will sue council or Cole or both.
She knew I wanted to talk to Karen tonight.
You listening to anything I'm saying?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Gordon, I've already rung him.
Who, Andrew?
No, Morgan Bartok.
When?
Straight after the meeting.
You didn't tell me this.
Unlike you and Nicole Dunkley, I don't go weak at the knees just because there's a bit of a protest.
Well, is he going to sue us?
Not if I'm Mary, won't
I hope you're not promising to get his Cemetery Point project through council. There was a lot of opposition to
For
that.
heaven's sake, I've got the biggest property developer in the state on my side and you're still having doubts. Sometimes I really do wonder.
Hey, do you want to come in for a beer?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Make a run for it, eh?
Okay.
Here you go.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know what you were thinking. You knew I wanted to talk to her, how important that was.
We had a very nice chat about bringing up boys.
I wanted to talk to her about Morgan Bartok. He's right behind me and she needs to know that. We've got less than a week to the mayoral ballot.
Yes, Biddy. And I think we should finish this call.
And it's time that you learn when to stand back and get out of the way.
I don't think we should be talking on the telephone during an electrical storm. Goodbye.
I'm talking on a cordless phone. How could that be affected by the storm? Warwick!
So, tomorrow tomorrow when our visiting art expert gets here. How's she getting down here?
Commonwealth car, I think.
All right.
We might get the bill, though.
Doesn't matter.
Suppose not.
There you go.
Ta.
Well done, by the way.
For what?
Well, getting us an art expert all the way from London.
Oh, it wasn't that difficult. She was coming out here anyway.
Hell, you know, getting her to add a little side trip down for us that is to you.
What are we drinking to me for?
Because, mate, I don't thank you often enough for all the absolutely tremendous work you do for me. Eh? And turning our little suburban art prize into something big, something with real status in the international art world. And that, mate, that is going to impress Karen Schumacher. Make absolutely sure she votes for you. I think I've got some candles here somewhere.
There are boxes of them in your car, Colin.
Oh, right, good thinking. Yeah, I don't think Amnesty will mind if we nick a couple, eh? I reckon I'll get my car in the garage while I'm out there.
Ned? So that's what it takes to get you out of your room. Electrical storm and a power cut. Yeah, that's right. I believe your mother.
How long's it going to be out for?
That's 3 years, I think they said.
Just my luck. I had my picture almost finished.
If this is for the art prize, you're only 3 days after the deadline.
Do we have any more of those lamps left?
No.
So what publicity you got lined up for tomorrow?
I've alerted all the arts editors of all the major papers.
Oh, yeah, what else? Mate, use that very clever brain of yours.
I reckon I think it'd be better if I had something to eat.
Sorry, mate. I've got to water the papers.
Don't touch that.
Don't worry, it's dead anyway. The phones must be out as well as the power.
What about your mobile?
Oh, the
Battery's flat.
Yeah, forgot to charge it.
Oh, well, I won't say anything. Mine's in Liz's car.
Well, we cut off then, eh?
Suppose so.
A couple of orphans in the storm. Anyway, I've got something in the fridge, I think. Come and have a look.
Okay.
So this woman from London, she's English, is she?
Well, she was born in Rockhampton, actually.
Oh, what? She's a Queenslander?
Yeah. Oh, studied in England.
Yeah.
Been there for a long time. Works at the Tate Gallery. Tate Modern, actually.
I'll tell you what's a funny name. Tuil. Faith Tuil. Sounds more American Indian.
Native American.
Hey, I reckon I should meet her and say, "How? Me Cole, you Faith."
Don't say that. Don't even think of it.
Hey, what?
I said we're not being bombed.
I'll tell you what, if it said, "Hey, it must be the size of football." Football! I'm trying to get my hands on some tar. How many have you got? Yeah, who else would have some tarpaulins? What? Yeah, no, I need a lot. No, I'm ringing on behalf of an associate. Yeah, the name is Gruen. Mrs. Stephanie Gruen. G-R-U-E-N. Oh, shit!
You shivering?
Trying not to.
Come here. Cold? You don't feel cold. You're stinking sick, mate. Need you on deck tomorrow. I'm sorry, mate, but you're going to have to get those wet things off.
Because of the size of this order, I'm just confirming that discount that you mentioned. Yeah. Thank you. Right.
A busy night.
No peace with the wicked, eh?
You're still shivering.
Yep.
I'm hot. There you go. Right. So, now, we meet Faith at the Chambers for the official welcome tomorrow. Gonna need your help, mate. Keep certain councillors away. We don't want someone like Harry Bond telling her that, you know, all artists are bludgers and wankers. You're shivering more than anyone I've ever known.
Wish you'd shut up about it.
George? Yeah, Greg Dominelli. Yeah, I'm down at the council. I just wanted to see if there was any damage to the officers. The police won't let me pass. They're not letting anybody into the area. Yeah. George, can you hear me? Yeah, I tried to call Cole, but I think his mobile's off.
control right now. I think, like most people, he's probably concentrating on the storm.
Yes! Oh, yes!
Oh, yes, Ellen! Oh, mate! Oh!
I love this storm! I love you, Cole.
Look, how about I give you a lift home and then see you at council later?
Yeah, okay. Do you want this or safety?
No, this one. You have it. So Faith gets here what time, mate?
About 10.
Right. Well, it's going to be a tough job getting publicity for an art prize after that storm last night, but it's tremendously important and, well, as you know, and you'll do your best, as you always do.
Yep.
Right, I better go, mate. Probably not a good idea to keep Morgan Bartok waiting.
See you later.
Yeah, and, mate, before you go, look, I think we're both going to have to be very, you know, very professional about this.
Sure we are. Yeah, I'll see you later. Okay?
Geez, looks like you missed the storm over your way, Morgan. Yeah, look, no, we copped it pretty bad last night, so yeah, probably this is a much better idea. Look, Morgan, I think there is a way that we can do something on Cemetery Point, but it will mean going back to square one and, you know, working with the community to come up with something different, because if last Monday night's meeting tells us anything, there's some very strong views about that headland, and, you know, the reality is, politically, they cannot be ignored.
There are people who would have had you murdered for what you did to me. You would have disappeared. Your body would have been thrown under a basement concrete pour.
Tell you what, you keep going like that, I'll go straight to the police.
And I'll go straight to the OCAC.
Yeah, with what?
You know what I'm talking about?
Morgan.
Piss off.
No, look.
Resign.
No, look, there's a way we can work this
You
through.
just get out of my way, or I'll expose you as a liar and con man in charge of a corrupt administration, and the authorities will throw you in jail.
No, I don't think so, Morgan.
You finished?
Not if all you've got is that silly business about my holiday at your resort.
Oh, that's not all I've got.
You're bluffing.
Am I?
You're bluffing.
Ask George what I've got. Ask him about his retirement plan. I'd start writing a farewell speech now. Could be quite moving. Well, there'll be tears. Oh, I can see it now. You're nice, Bill.
I've been trying to call you since 6 o'clock.
Oh, sorry, I slept in.
Slept in? How could you sleep through that?
I mean, the phones weren't working.
Have you heard what's happened to our offices?
I heard something about it on the radio.
Just about destroyed. Hail bashed in through the roof, asbestos all over the place. Someone must have heard my prayers. Greg has a job for you.
Ah, Helen, good. Your job is, get onto this art expert woman,
Faith Toohill.
Yes, and tell her not to come, OK? We couldn't cope with something like that, not today.
Shouldn't I ask Cole first?
No, don't ask Cole first, OK? Not today. I'm in charge here, Helen.
But he's on the radio again.
The roofs are off, trees are down.
It's terrible.
You actually have to be here to see how bad it is. I mean, it looks like a bomb's hit it. The expression on people's faces I can only describe as shock and disbelief.
And was your house damaged in the storm?
Look, I must have been a very good little girl or something, but the angel smiled on me and my house is okay.
Yeah, radio off, please. Thank you, thank you.
Where's Cole?
I thought he'd be here.
We haven't been able to ring him.
Oh, well, I'll try him. He's probably charged his battery a bit by now.
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just a bit tired.
What a mess.
It's like a war zone.
You could say that if you've never been in a war
Okay, a
zone.
bit of attention, please. Yeah, attention, please. OK, look, pay attention. Keep doing what you're doing, but pay a little bit of attention. Now, if the councillors could all hear this at the same time...
We're not all here yet.
And Cole's on his way.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we haven't got time to wait for stragglers.
Am I the last?
No, we're just about to begin. OK, item 1, a damage report. By now, I'm sure you're all aware that our offices have been severely damaged. Now, there is a risk of asbestos, so the EPA and our insurers have told us not to go in there, OK? So for the duration, this chamber will be our headquarters. Item 2.
How'd you go last night?
What was Morgan Bartok got on you?
Nothing. What did he say?
You were involved in some secret cosy deal with him on Cemetery Point, were you?
No, did he say that?
I'm asking you.
Well, if he said that, he's lying.
George, I thought I made it clear all that corruption stuff was to end with Darryl. I'm running a clean council.
I know.
Tell me about your retirement plan.
What?
Morgan was going to pay for your retirement.
No.
George, he just told me.
The only conversation I ever had with Morgan about my retirement was when I said I'd like to spend my declining years up north.
What, he was going to pay for it?
No.
Any witnesses to this meeting?
None.
Could Morgan have anything, George? Anything in the way of evidence to support what he's saying?
Nothing to have.
Because I tell you what, mate, if I find out you're up to
Don't
something, I
worry.
will not hesitate. I will drop you
I
right
give you
in it.
my personal guarantee you have nothing to worry about.
Sorry I'm late, everyone. I had a meeting.
That's all right, we'll just continue with the agenda. Item 5, power. Liz,
I'm just going to the bathroom.
Greg,
Liz, don't you...
just run back to item 1 for me, please.
Yeah, we haven't got time, I'm sorry.
Greg, no, I'm sorry. Just give us a quick rundown, starting with item 1.
I'm already well into item 5, Colin. It's only lights, everyone. It isn't the second coming.
It is the second coming.
Well done, George. Good man.
Right, you're in charge, are you?
I am, yes. Under our disaster recovery plan, I have the authority to have complete control in a situation of crisis or disaster, and I'm afraid that's what we find ourselves in.
So why are we here?
Yes, oh great general manager.
To save time, I thought I should gather the councillors and all the senior staff together so I could speak to you at the same time.
Right, you were going to explain that to us at some point, Greg.
Yeah, I've got that on the agenda as item 8, chain of command, and item 7, roles and responsibilities.
So what are our roles and responsibilities?
Look, if we could just stick to the agenda.
But to save time?
We're busy people, you know.
Yes. My house, the entire roof, I'd like to get back.
What happened to you?
Don't ask.
Someone clobbered you, mate.
Don't ask.
This is when your roof fell in on you.
No, last night in the park.
What, a hailstone?
If the councillors could please keep idle chit-chat to a minimum,
Chit-chat?
I'll move to the items concerning you. Now, item 7, roles and responsibilities. During the state of emergency, we're cutting right back to just essential services. Therefore, everything else is cancelled, and I do mean everything.
When you say everything, Greg, what do you mean?
Everything.
We do have a very important council meeting on Monday, you know.
Yeah,
and I
cancelled.
don't need to remind you that's when we elect the mayor for the next 12 months.
It's cancelled. It's cancelled.
Yeah?
And the deputy.
The meeting is cancelled.
Sorry, Harry, no choice. We'll just have to carry on with me as mayor and you as deputy for the duration.
Some of us might not agree with that.
Well, I'm sorry, Gordon. You heard what the man with the MBA said. No meeting.
There's nothing to stop us having a meeting.
Yeah, you wouldn't be official, though, not without the blessing of the general manager, and he's not going to give it, are you, Greg?
We do not have the staff or the facilities or the resources for anything other than essential services.
You accept our visiting art expert.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Greg, I'm sorry, but we've got to
I'll
go
say
through
it
with
again,
that.
we do not have the staff
Or the facilities or the resources. Yes, I know that, Greg, but our expert from London, mate, we put a huge effort getting her in here. We had to talk to the British
It is too
Council
late.
and the Australia Council, who are, after all, paying for her visit down
She's
here.
already cancelled.
So that they could
She's already
slide into a
cancelled.
quick- What do you mean?
No, haven't been able to ring her.
We'll ring her now.
If I could make a suggestion,
Yeah, it'll have to be a quick one, George.
why doesn't Cole meet the expert and look after the art prize?
Yeah, no, I'd be very happy to do that.
And the media coverage, it
No.
wouldn't take any time at
No,
all.
no, no. You've got other work to do. And if Cole wants this to happen, he can do that, but no staff.
Fair enough.
No welcome, no civic reception, informal or otherwise, no tea, no
Okay,
bickies,
okay.
no, nothing.
Sorry, everyone. I was trapped doing one interview after another. What? Did I miss something?
Just a friendly tip, Greg. A crisis like this is a good time to earn a few brownie points by doing something for the councillors.
Look, I had to be firm with him, George.
Yes, I know. But they're grateful if you seem to be taking an interest in their welfare.
I am in charge, and Colin and the rest of the councillors have to realise that, OK? This is not a time for uncertainty about who's in charge.
Now, moving on to my second point, which is more important. Remember how you told me that you took some of your more sensitive files and locked them up at home?
What about them?
I happen to know a large number of files were in the part of this building that got the worst of the storm damage last night. And they're irretrievable.
No, mine are quite safe at home.
You sure? Didn't you tell me that they were back in records last week?
No, they're quite safe at home.
Oh, I'll say this again, Greg. I thought that unfortunately those very sensitive files were in a part of the council where the roof opened up and the rain poured in.
I don't know what you're going on about, George. Look, I'm very busy at the moment.
It'll come to you.
How's your house, Col?
Oh, well, a few tiles broken, so, you know, in the main bedroom, a lot of water came in, but how's yours?
Oh, tin roof, got pretty noisy, but, you know, no leaks.
No, I bet it did.
I didn't ring Faith, of course. I knew you wouldn't want me to.
Good on you, mate. How are we going with publicity for today?
Media seem a bit preoccupied with the storm.
Yeah, well, I suppose they are. What about Barry and the Arcadia?
Still can't raise him.
Bloody hell. Well, I'll tell you what, you ring Faith Toohill, get her to meet us at the community centre, all right?
Meet us?
Yeah, well, I thought you'd slip away for a few minutes, you know, give us a hand.
I don't think I can.
Right, I'll talk to Greg. Wait, Greg, just quickly, need Helen for 2 minutes.
No.
2 minutes.
No, it's a crisis, Cole. We need all hands on deck.
Mate.
Right, 2 minutes.
And another thought, Greg, you know, with all those roofs that have been ripped off, we're going to need a lot of tarps. And it occurred to me that our ratepayers are going to get ripped off by profiteers.
I know, shocking, isn't it? You know, there's a crisis and there's always someone who thinks they can make a buck.
Oh, so I reckon we should access the emergency fund and put a hold on as many tarps as possible and then distribute them to the ratepayers at cost.
Does it have to be at cost? I mean, can't we add a small handling charge?
Faith Toohill. Good to meet you at last.
Oh.
Cole Dunkley, I'm the mayor.
Hello, Mr Mayor.
How are you? This is Helen Mansoufis.
Hello, Helen.
We meet at last.
Certainly do.
Got a photographer here. Well done, mate.
Oh, no, he's with me. It's part of the British Council, you know, just keeping tabs on what I get up to while I'm out here.
Good.
Yeah.
Look, firstly, a couple of apologies. The weather.
Yes, it's rather spectacular, isn't it?
Yes, well, unfortunately, because of the weather, we've had to cancel the official welcome.
Oh.
Except for, you know, welcome to Arcadia Waters.
Thank you.
But unfortunately, I'm going to have to get away pretty soon.
OK, so now I'm here. What's happening?
Well, we do want you to judge our art prize for us. And I desperately need your help, Faith, because what we're doing here from our small but humble beginnings is tremendously important. What we're doing is to boost local art. Exactly what your London gallery, the
Tate.
The Tate, yes, with its branches in
St
Ives and
Liverpool.
Exactly, and also your partnership schemes in Norwich, Walsall and Sheffield, where you support and display the works of local artists, but also bring the best works from all the major artists from around the world.
Good grief, someone's been listening to my speeches.
Look, Faith, what we're doing here with your help is step one, to boost our local art prize from something suburban to something national, put Arcadia Waters on the world art map, and also to get you back at some stage to give us your advice on the steps that we need to take to build our own world-class art gallery and make it work.
So, and on top of all of that, you actually want me to come back in a week and announce the winners?
Yep.
Yeah. Where?
Here. Yeah, it's a bit over the top, but it's honest.
It's just like the local mayor.
It's for you. It's George.
Oh, thanks, mate. Excuse me 1 minute, Faith. Yes, George? All right, George. No, that's absolutely tremendous, mate. Yep. See you soon. Bye. Sorry, mate. Got to go. Bloody storm.
Leave me here.
If you want me to sort through these and judge them today, I'm really going to need some kind of assistance.
Greg is going to...
Don't worry about Greg. All right, and Faith, I'll tell you what, there won't be one single restaurant open today, but when you come back next week, I want to take you out to dinner as a way of saying thanks.
Is this in lieu of the civic reception?
No, look, just to say thank you. And I cannot tell you again, Faith, how much I appreciate you giving us your time and expertise. And look, I will be back again, you know, today, before you go, just to say, you know, thanks again. OK, goodbye.
Don't go giving me a cold. All that charm of his will be completely wasted.
Closed today.
I was looking for Barry.
Doesn't work here anymore.
Really? He was here last week.
Well, he's gone today.
I'm from the council, Biddy Marchant.
Biddy Marchant, right. Been reading a lot about you.
You'll find quite a lot about me in there. Barry and I used to work pretty closely together.
Can see that.
And you are?
Ava Strick, new editor.
Congratulations.
New editor, new approach, new policy, new paper.
Oh, well, it couldn't have happened sooner. I mean, I worked a lot with Barry, but between you and me, he was pretty hopeless, which I assume you already knew.
Hardly knew the guy.
Ava, if you're the new editor, why are you hiding in here instead of coming out with me for a tour through our emergency council headquarters?
Okay.
Yes, look, it's an absolutely tremendous story, Monica. What they've done here is put their restaurant to the service of the community, the old Arcadia Waters spirit, local businesses, helping local people.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much for that.
Terrific. Thanks, Monica. Thanks for organising that one, George.
Oh, well, Helen would normally have done it, but I happen to know Greg's got a bit tied up at the moment.
Yes, he has, George. He has indeed.
Yeah, the weather report, we're in for more heavy rain tonight.
Oh, thanks, mate. My roof's going to leak like a sieve.
Well, we'll get a local builder to throw a tarp over the top, hopefully before the next big downpour.
I bet everyone's looking for tarps.
We're a bit concerned about profiteering, so with Greg's permission and funds from the council, I got some cash from the council emergency fund. Acting quickly, we scooped up just about all the spare tarps there are in the state.
Oh, good work, George. Good work. Are you sure my place is the highest priority?
It was a management decision.
OK. Hey, listen. I've just had a thought about Morgan Bartok. What if we could get the church, as owner of the land, to say quite independently that they've changed their mind?
What, you think we should try and persuade the church to independently change their mind?
Exactly. How soon can we set up a meeting with Peter Summerhayes to get him to see the wisdom of changing his mind?
Oh, I'll give him a call.
Good work, George.
These are our emergency headquarters. We've only brought in our senior staff till we get things organised. The KISS principle, you know, keep it simple, stupid.
You come in here often and order people around?
No, I order Greg around. He's the general manager over there. It's his job to order these people around. When they stuff up, which they frequently do, we take out our big stick and hit Greg with it.
And you know what everyone here's supposed to be doing?
No, that's what we pay Greg for. I mean, Liz here, I wouldn't have a clue what she's supposed to be doing, but it wouldn't surprise me if she's listening to her horoscope or something.
Actually, I'm setting up a hotline for emergency accommodation for people whose houses may have been damaged in the storm.
Good, I'm glad someone's getting onto that. One thing you should know, we have a rule. We don't allow staff to talk directly to the media.
Biddy?
Yes, Greg.
Look, councillors are free to come and go at their liberty.
As usual.
Yeah, but when we're in an emergency-type response management situation, I'm going to have to enforce the rule on no visitors.
Oh, for heaven's sake, since when have we had a rule on visitors?
Since the meeting this morning.
Well, I missed that. I was out working with the community. I'm sorry, Greg, this is Ava Strick. She's taken over from Barry Cunningham at the Arcadian.
Greg Dominelli.
That's me. Look, it's nothing personal, OK? But there's just no media contact unless it goes through Where's Liz, where's Helen?
Out working somewhere. In a coffee bar or buying a new pair of shoes.
You find her, you tell her I want to see her immediately.
Oops. I hope I haven't gotten someone into trouble.
Tell me, how would you feel if I said that the best thing we could do here for art would be to tell this lot their work is utter crap and to cancel prize night?
No prizes at all.
Believe me, I'm very sympathetic to the work of, you know, old-age pensioner painters and weekend watercolourists. However, it's a hobby, it's not art.
If we don't give any prizes, there'll be a revolution.
Well, revolutions are often very good for art.
Well, not if the person who's revolting is the mayor.
Look, giving prizes to any of this lot is like giving Haute Cuisine awards to bowls of soggy wheat bix.
What if people like soggy wheat bix?
You did know, didn't you? I do have a reputation of being a very tough judge.
Who do I give this to?
You're a bit late, Ned.
Yeah, I know, that's what Mum said, but here, you can hold on to that. I'll leave it with you, thanks. Yeah. It's for you. Thank you.
Ned, you can't stop. It came in after the deadline.
It's the only one I'm giving a prize.
His mother is one of the councillors.
All right, is that a problem?
Well, it's not actually against the rules.
Lottie?
A few years ago, we had one of the mayors and he was pissed off because his wife wanted to enter her watercolours. So we went for completely outside, independent judging. We used to have someone from the Royal Society of Painters and Watercolour Artists. This year, we got you.
Right, so it's OK then?
It came in after the deadline.
I am not giving a prize to anything else.
No, please, go ahead. Smoke all you like. So long as you don't mind if I bum one from you. Oh. Dreadful expression, but then smoking is a pretty nasty habit, isn't it?
I didn't realise that smoking was a sin, Peter.
As far as I know, God doesn't have a view on smoking. My wife does.
Still a good point. Yes. As you saw at the meeting, we've run into a little bit of a political problem.
One you had a hand in making.
Yeah, no, look, seriously, Peter, I mean, with the current mood of the community, I mean, you must be just as keen to get out of this problem as we are.
Yeah, we're suggesting you might like to put it on the back burner for now.
You know, we go back to the community and we say, you know, we've listened, we've taken your views into account.
That doesn't solve our problem. We need a return on that property.
Oh, just a minute there. Peter, excuse me for a sec. Yes, Helen?
Can you talk?
No, not a good time, mate. I'm in a meeting.
We've got a problem. I think that Faith is going to walk out on us.
Jesus Christ. Well, look, what's the problem?
She doesn't want to give any prizes.
Oh, no, she got it, mate. I can't have this full name. From me?
Well, there is one way, though.
Yeah, good.
If we could just bend the rules a bit. Well, if we could just move the,
No, don't tell me. The whole point of getting Faith was independent judging. If our independent judge wants something, then OK, just leave me out of it.
You don't want to know?
No, don't tell me. Just make it work.
I've just got to get back to work.
I'll stay there a bit longer and I'll take care of Greg. I will talk to him. It'll be OK. All right. Sorry about that, Peter. A bit of a problem with the art prize.
As I was saying, the church does need to develop that headland.
Right, we could look at that, but let's just say that for now we'll leave Morgan Bartok out of the picture and we'll look at starting again, new slate.
I'm afraid we can't do that.
Peter, I know you may have some moral scruples about backing out of a deal.
It's not morals. As a result of your introduction, Mr. Mayor, we sold Mr. Bartok an exclusive option to develop that headland for the next 2 years.
Not good news, George.
No, I don't think Morgan would be interested in a smaller development.
Not at all. That's why we should get together with our diaries and make sure we've got some notes in there where we made it clear to Morgan that we were making no promises and any risk was all at his expense.
Yeah, I believe I've already got some notes like that.
Well, we should do that as soon as possible, George. Yes, Karen?
Since I can't get a taxi, I was wondering if I could tempt you into driving me home with an offer of a free ear bashing.
OK, yeah. Make it sound like an offer I can't refuse, as long as you don't mind a detour.
Good. Long trip means I can give you more of an ear bashing.
All right. I'll see you soon, Karen.
Is there somewhere I can wash my hands?
Your place.
Why my place?
Not damaged. Might be a good story if you're seen taking in a family, giving shelter to the needy.
No, Ava, there are scout halls and basketball courts for people who need somewhere.
Right, OK, let's go. Let's go.
On the other hand, there is nothing quite like offering a needy person a place in your own home, is there?
Ned got his painting in.
Well, your son's got something in the art prize.
Oh, Mr. Innocent the Mayor doesn't know a thing about it.
No, I didn't.
How can I teach him to pay attention to deadlines and play fair when you come along and move the closing date and let him in?
Hey, no, I didn't. I've taken a completely arm's-length approach to
What
this.
did you say
as
when
I'm
they find out
required
that
to
you
do.
moved the deadline so my son could get his entry in?
Karen, I knew nothing about it.
I want to believe you.
All right, what do you want me to do?
Make sure he doesn't win.
Oh, come on. I mean, first you had a go at me for interfering with the competition, which I didn't,
Yeah,
and now
don't
you
rub
want
it
me to
in.
interfere with it.
Look, he got his picture and he proved his mother wrong. If he wins, I never hear the end of it.
Hey, Justin? No one told me you'd be doing this.
Oh, I guess we're all doing our bit for the community.
Yeah, forgive me for being a bit cynical, but when you say doing your bit for the community, is this at your usual charge like a wounded bull, right? Eh?
That's good, yeah. Clever George, eh? Getting all these tarps?
What are you saying?
Oh, nothing, no, nothing. All I'm saying is I got up this morning, very early as a matter of fact, still dark.
Right.
Not one tarp left in the whole state, all gone.
Would someone beat you to it, did they?
That's what I'm saying. Clever Georgie, eh?
Right, and what are you saying, Justin?
Oh, nothing, I'm joking, aren't I? Anyway, I'm off. I've got to get the boys off to the next one. Here, oh, good on you.
Yeah.
How come you got your roof covered up so quickly?
Know nothing about it. George organised it, that's all I know. Come in for a second.
Don't you drive me home?
Yeah, but I want to make sure one of Justin's men hasn't put his great boot through Moss Hill. Stay there if you want to. Right, want to make a dash for it or wait till it eases?
If you're suggesting we run out in the rain and get soaking wet, I vote no.
Right. Look, Karen, this might be a good chance for me to make a proper apology to you.
So you were rigging the art prize?
No, it's not about that. It's about what I said to you in my office. You know, that I'd fallen in love with you. Look, I would like a chance. Karen, I'm trying to...
I don't want to hear it.
Well, I was, hoping to make things a little better between us.
Take a hint. Quit while you're ahead.
Karen, are you giving me a message?
Yes, shut up. What happened to your phone?
again?
I've been trying to call you.
I forgot to charge it in the car.
Well, Fad's outside in the government car. Are you going to say goodbye to her and thank you or not?
I don't know, I've got to give Karen a lift home.
Well, she's pretty pissed off, Cole.
Oh, you mean Faith?
And also, there's this new woman running the Arcadian.
What happened to Barry?
I don't know, but this new woman, she spent the whole day with Biddy Marchant.
Oh, great. How did you let that... No, I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. Look, I've got to go and see Faith.
Yeah, and what do you want me to do?
All right. How about this? How about you and Faith Tootle and I, we call into the Arcadian, we meet this new
You want
woman?
me to go to the local paper
Yeah, right.
with you and the judge of the archives?
No, forget it. Bad choice. I just thought, you know, we missed out completely for publicity on this
Well,
thing.
I could
but
call
no,
her.
Yeah, to do that, or, and get her to meet me at council or ring me at least, or I'll ring
Greg's
her.
after my blood.
No, don't worry about Greg.
You should be home in bed.
They'll be kids. A couple of cute kids will hardly notice them.
Well, this is just the sort of media coverage that makes me sick.
People will see I'm doing my bit, darling.
Why not do something more substantial? Why not ask why the council building was so vulnerable? Who knew about the asbestos? Who put the asbestos in there? Why wasn't it taken out? Did the insurance company know about the asbestos?
It'll only be... Here they are.
This is Eric, Liana, Glennie, and Noel. All said what they'd like most is a good hot shower.
Hope they brought their own towels.
Hey, Greg. Shouldn't I have been in on this as mayor?
Oh, this was this morning when we couldn't find it.
Okay. Well, at least Biddy's not there. Hey, and Greg, is there any way that George is up to something on these tarpaulins?
No, I don't think so.
Justin Thysse said he's been very clever.
Oh, he has. He made one phone call and somehow he got his hands on all these
One
tarpaulins.
phone call?
Yeah, well, as you say, he's very clever, George.
Yeah. Greg, no one's making any money out of this, are they?
No, not a cent.
Good. Because one headline I do not want to see is council makes money out of disaster.
No. I mean, there's a small handling charge.
No, Greg.
No, it's nominal.
Drop it.
Look, no
Greg,
one's complained.
Greg, drop it. All right?
All right, Cole, leave it with me.
And by the way, I needed Helen with me all day today.
Helen? Yes,
Unavoidable.
she was out of the
It's my
office
thing. I don't want
for...
you giving her a hard
2 minutes, 2 minutes.
I do not want you giving her a hard time, Greg.
No, 2 minutes. Oh, here we are. 7 hours and 32 minutes of official office time, OK? Look, I don't want to give the staff a hard time, Cole, but, you know...
Especially not Helen.
All right, Cole. Leave it with me.
Is the new editor in?
No, new editor's out, about to get herself a coffee.
What's this headline, I warned on asbestos?
Who are you?
I'm the mayor.
Mayor of what?
Arcadia Waters.
Cole Dunkley. So this is what you look like in the flesh.
Right, so Barry's gone, is he?
Yeah, one of the hardest things I've had to do.
Ava, did you get a message last night that I wanted you to meet a very important woman from the Tate Gallery in London?
I was busy on a story.
You missed a better story. You would have met an extremely intelligent woman from London who, unlike Biddy Marchant, has a lot of very good things to say about us.
New policy, no more PR puff pieces on the council.
Right, so what are you going to put in between the real estate ads and the massage
Good
parlours?
stories.
Look, let me explain to you about the asbestos. The asbestos is not a major problem. It is in a lot of buildings of that era. Normally, it's not a problem if you leave it alone. And no one could have predicted a hailstorm of that magnitude.
Right.
We're fully covered by insurance. It'll all be fixed.
I see.
Biddy Marchant's pulled the wool over your eyes. You know, she never warned anyone.
Really?
Ava, I've always had a very good relationship with the Arcadian, and I would hope that that relationship would continue.
Is Morgan Bartok suing you?
No. And if you run that story, I will sue you. And if that's the sort of rubbish you're listening to, you get nothing from me, you get nothing from council, and your pathetic little rag will end up torn in strips and hung on the back of a dunny door. At least it'll be useful to someone.
So, shall we take you off our mailing list?
George, put your hand on your heart and swear to me that you're not making any money out of these tarpaulins.
I swear I'm not.
And no one you know is making any money either?
No.
Because I'm putting out a press release saying that I'm going to great trouble to make sure that no one is making any money out of this disaster. And if I find that anyone is doing anything to make that fodder for some crappy newspaper story, I'll have no hesitation in calling in the police.
I'll make sure.
George, it is very important that I can trust you.
I know. Cole, I had a look in my diary. I have got notes on those meetings with Morgan.
Right, well, they make it clear that we're making no promises?
That's what my notes say.
Excellent, George. We'll compare diaries.
I'm just not sure if we can actually help you. Would you excuse me for a minute? I thought that you were going to talk to Greg.
Yeah, I did. It's a big crisis.
I can't help you.
Well, mate, you're the only one who can. I've just spoken to Ava, what's his name? You know, the new editor of the Arcadian. Bloody nightmare. She's a postmodern, retro-feminist, right-wing bloody ratbag. However, I reckon with your special touch, you might be able to smooth things over. Eh?
Talk to Greg.
Was that a no?
Talk to Greg.
OK, I'll talk to Greg.
I'm terribly sorry.
Greg.
Yeah, I'm just about to go into a meeting.
Any problem with Helen doing a couple of quick press releases?
Is this something to do with the art
No,
prize?
there's nothing to do with the art
No,
prize.
because I've had to make that
No, it's
off limits
asbestos,
to staff, OK? I've had to
Biddy
pass,
March.
I've had to pass a rule that they answer to me alone.
She's created a big fuss blaming us, blaming you, actually.
She's not blaming me.
Well, mate, she said she warned us, which includes you, about the asbestos, and we, which includes you, ignored her.
These men are from the insurance company.
Insurance company?
Yeah, I'm just checking there's some fine print.
Right, you can see why, Greg. We need a press release to go out today saying there is no problem with the asbestos.
All you have to do is clear it.
I'm clearing it with you now.
Has nothing to do with the art
Nothing to
prize.
do with the art prize.
All right, go ahead then.
And the insurance, Greg, fully covered, are we?
Absolutely.
Good, Greg.
Gentlemen.
Go home.
Tell Greg you need stress leave.
You'll only tell me we're all under stress.
Right, we're set, mate. We can go.
You take her home.
She's sick, Cole.
If you don't, we'll never forgive you.
Yeah, geez, you don't look good. All right, mate, I'll give you a lift home. I take it the rule that you asked me to bend was so that Karen Schumacher's son got a painting in after the deadline?
You told me not to tell you.
Yeah, I did. No, that's fine. As long as he doesn't win, and don't tell me. It's better that I don't know. I can look her in the eye and say I don't know.
And be telling the truth for once.
Come on, let's go. What?
Just finding it a bit hard, all this acting normal.
Yeah, look, mate, you're doing great. Mate, I know it's hard, but you're doing great. These press releases, you can do them sitting up in bed, couldn't you?
George, do you remember the council meeting when the councillors decided on the level of insurance cover?
Go on.
Do you remember I gave them 3 options?
You always do.
High, middle and low?
Or as you put it, Rolls-Royce, Holden Commodore, or clapped-out Toyota Corolla option.
Do you remember they chose the middle option?
Holden Commodore, they always do. That's the way you lead them.
Not on this occasion. On this occasion, I strongly recommended the Rolls-Royce cover. I highly recommended it.
We're underinsured.
That's why I tried to warn them by giving them 3 options.
I hope you can prove that.
It's in the minutes.
You sure?
It's in the minutes.
Be a shame if the minutes proved you wrong, Greg.
It's definitely in the minutes.
Unless, of course, unfortunately, the minutes were irretrievably damaged in the storm.
They were. They definitely were. I'll make sure of it. You leave it with me, George. Oh, and by the way, council have to forego any handling charges on those tarpaulins.
He spoke to me.
Yeah, he's going to be very tough on anyone who's caught profiteering. Frankly, George, I had to agree with him.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
There's going to be an audit.
September what? September 28. 28.
Right, that was the first meeting, was it?
Yeah, you, me, Morgan Bartok, Peter Summerhays on the headland.
Right, what have you got there?
CD emphasised to MB that no promises were being made.
George, just make a note in my diary here that you've got that note, then I'm not, making a false entry or anything.
You haven't heard anything more from Morgan?
Not a word.
Good luck.
Thanks. Okay, Ned, don't be too disappointed.
Yeah.
Don't know why I bother.
It's hard, Harry.
No, comrade, it's a con. They're having us on.
Look at it again, Harry. Like most abstract paintings, it communicates to us at a subconscious level. It speaks to us directly about things which are terribly personal and sensual and sometimes very erotic.
Yeah?
Hello, George.
Stephanie.
How did we go on the tarpaulins?
I'll tell you later.
Councillors, ladies and gentlemen, visitors and guests, I present the Mayor of Arcadia Waters, Councillor
Not now.
Cole Duncan.
Morgan Bartok's here.
Thank you, Helen. Thank you. Look, it is a great honour for us to have here tonight our internationally very well-known judge all the way from London in the Tate Gallery, Faith Toohill.
Look, just one very quick announcement before we kick off. Last week we held a candlelight vigil for Amnesty International to raise money. We were beaten by the storm. However, a couple of quick-thinking locals, Ms Stephanie Gruen and our very own George Hasnikov, realised that there would be a shortage of tarpaulins. So they rounded up all the tarpaulins they could find. They passed them on to the community at cost through the council, and they still found there was a bit of a margin in there. So they have donated their profit to Amnesty International, $5,000. Well done.
What? It was necessary. It was necessary.
The art prize. And assisting us in the handing out of the certificates and the cheques is our very own barrel girl, Helen Mansur.
Barrel girl, you got that right.
Well, I suppose it's over to you, Faith, to begin handing out the prizes.
Thank you. Thank you. It's really lovely to be here. Third prize goes to Tran Su Wen. Second prize goes to Wanda Reese.
Sorry about that.
So that leaves one, which is just the big one, the $5,000 open section for the Arcadia Waters Art Prize goes to Ned Schumacher.
I just want to thank my mum. She's great. You know, she worries because she thinks I'm not going to win and doesn't want me to enter, just so I don't get too disappointed. In fact, she told me I was wasting my time because I was late. I missed the closing date, but here I am, Mum, and look,
Yes,
I won.
Thanks very much. Just a clarification there. The closing date was amended, so you were in fact on time. Congratulations, very well deserved. So that about wraps it up for the first of the revamped Arcadia Waters Art Prize. We'll be back next year, bigger and better, as everything is here in Arcadia Waters. And I hope that once again we will have the pleasure of the judging skill and indeed the company of Faith Toohill. So big hand for Faith, all the winners, everyone who entered. And just remember that all the artworks here tonight are for sale, so if there's anything that takes your fancy, take a quick look around and snap it up straight away. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Goodbye. Just excuse me 1 second, will you, Faith?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, sorry about the barrel girl. I don't know what came over me. No, I honestly didn't know.
And I honestly don't know if I believe you.
I'll be right back, Carol.
How did something get in after the closing date, Mr. Mayor?
It didn't. It was amended due to the storm.
Is there anyone here who knows the slightest thing about art? This is rubbish.
Morgan, sorry, we didn't get a chance to speak in there.
I didn't know we were expected to talk.
No, look, I'm very glad you came along tonight, Morgan. George and I have been trying to speak to you for a while. I think there is a way that we can do something on Cemetery Point.
Well, I've formed the view that you're a disaster for the local community. And in my small way, I'm going to assist the process of having you thrown out at the earliest opportunity, which I understand could be as early as next week.
You're in trouble. You moved the closing date, and Mrs. Reese here is very upset because without your interference, she would have won first prize.
Oh, no, I made a legitimate decision to be inclusive, taking into account the storm.
You made a cynical decision to influence the judging to get Karen to vote for you.
No, I had nothing to do with the judging.
No? Well, I just told Mrs. Reese that I'm taking this to the Minister and I'm demanding a full public inquiry. This is a blatant bit of vote buying. This is corruption.
Sounds like a story.